Blades, 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 the first win of the Premier League season, and I am absolutely buzzing. I'm not as buzzing as I probably should be because I've had a hangover all day, but that's my own fault. I'm glad there was only one goal because I didn't have to jump up too many times and make myself even worse. But I am absolutely buzzing. We got that win today. We absolutely deserved it. I thought Crystal Palace were poor, if I'm honest. But we made them look poor because our defence was just incredible. Defending from the front all game, they were just brilliant. Right, okay, so let's start. Henderson had very, very little to do. Very little. He had one shot from Benteke really early on that he was never going to let in. A deflected shot from Andros Townsend from outside the box, which the deflection probably made it slightly more difficult, but still easy peasy. Another couple that kind of just rolled to him that he had to pick up, but other than that, nothing to do. He did come out for a couple of crosses and punch some crosses, which did it really well because if he were trying to catch them, he may have made a mistake. So the right decision making was great from him. Then we've got obviously the three central defenders. That is possibly the best performance I've ever seen from those three. I thought Basham was incredible in the air. Never say die attitude. That's Bash, and I still can't believe I'm saying Chris Basham is a Premier League footballer, but he deserves it so much. He's been so good, and again today, like little things where you're thinking, uh-oh, and then Bash just comes in with a big long neck header away. Like it was brilliant. Egan, strong, wins everything, always in the right place at the right time. Jack O'Connell, that guy, he took a knock early on, but it didn't feel like he did because he didn't do anything wrong. Like, great with the ball. Obviously, both Basham and O'Connell tried to join in the attacks as much as possible. I did say in my last video that Basham and Baldock may have been sacrificed a little bit for Zaha, which that was the case quite a lot when we were defending, but when we were attacking, Baldock was up and down. Basham tried to help out when he could, but obviously we didn't want to fly Basham forward and then leave ourselves a little bit short at the back. I think they managed that really, really well today. It made me laugh when the first time Zaha got the ball on the left-hand side and we had three men round him straight away. That did make me laugh because that just showed straight away, we know who your danger man is. We're not going to let him score. We're not going to let him create anything, which he didn't. And he kept getting face on over little things. Like, I know a lot of people are saying Zaha gets fouled a lot, which he does. He's a great player, don't get me wrong. But he's a bit of a diver. A lot of their I've noticed in the last two games that Premier League footballers dive way more than Championship footballers, and that is saying something. I don't mean diving as in cheating. I just mean diving as in kind of gamesmanship. Get touched, go down, win the free kick every single time, and that's where people are going to be saying we're a dirty side because today we've had three bookings. And to be fair, most of them I don't think were, but Lundstram's definitely wasn't a booking. I can't remember Freeman's. Baldock's was definitely a booking, I think. I was at the other end of the ground, so I couldn't see it. But he did fly in on one of their players, so fair enough. Oh yeah, the Freeman one. Freeman flew in as well, which was a little bit risky. But Lundstram's definitely wasn't a booking. There were two that were, to be fair. But there were a lot of going down really easily. Anyway, we'll move on. Baldock, it just gets better and better. Baldock and Basham are in the same mould for me. They were both. You don't expect them to be able to cut it at Premier League. And I said it from the start. I think we'll be looking for a new right wing back, and we don't need one. Call off the search. We do not need another right wing back. Baldock was brilliant again today. I thought he was brilliant against Bournemouth, and I thought it was even better today. Even better. And to say to mark Zaha for some parts of the game, he got forward so much, created so much. Final ball is sometimes a problem, but he's getting better on that. He definitely is. Ender Stevens, incredible again. just great with the ball. I definitely think Freeman helped him a lot with kind of it looked like it was Freeman, Jack and Ender that linked up quite well in that second half, and obviously that's where we got the goal from. But we'll come on to that in a second. Fleck, I thought was a little bit poor before he got injured, but you can't expect him to play well every week. When he did get injured, Freeman came on, and Freeman was just even better than I expected. Freeman played a bit more of a defensive role, if you like. No, I wouldn't say a defensive role, actually. I'll take that back. We're playing the flat three, and he was obviously playing the left hand side, so he wasn't playing the Duffy role in the centre attacking mid. But he's just great at that role. And the thing was with Freeman, he gets stuck in. He's only tiny. He's a little bit stocky, but he gets stuck in. He does not stop running, and he's so creative as well, especially with the goal. Norwood actually got BBC's man of the match, which I did think he played really well. His passing was definitely better in this game, but how can you not give it to John Lundstram? What a story! What a hero! What a zero to hero story John Lundstram is. Didn't play at all. Well, he did. He played an odd game last season because I remember the Grealish tackle. He played bits and bats last season. For the second half of the season, I can't remember him kicking a ball, if I'm honest. I think he played the last game against Ipswich or parts of it. But how? Chris Wilder is a magician. How has he seen that in him? Like, how can he not play hardly any football in the Championship season and then come into the Premier League season and be our best player in the first two games? How? He's won 2 man of the matches now. And I don't know about Sky. I don't know who they gave it to on Sky, but in the ground they gave it to Lundstram. Well, it was the fans, isn't it? And it's not just because of the goal. And he had to be there at the right time, obviously, because that might have been difficult for Callum Robinson to put in, because he obviously he'd kind of ran past it and he was coming back for it. He might have put it away, but Lunny was there to put it away. But what a player! What a player he's turned out to be. He's everywhere. He's here, there. He's everywhere. His passing's never been bad. I just think sometimes in previous seasons he's kind of been a bit too gun ho with like the passing. Like he'll get it and he'll just want to get rid of it straight away. But he's just been great. It's such a breath of fresh air to see him come in and play how he's playing, because he's keeping Freeman out of the team. And Freeman came on and was brilliant today. So that is a problem for Fleck. If Fleck could lose his place now, he might be out for a couple of games. We don't know. I don't know what the severity of the injury. But Freeman played brilliantly in that role. So I'm more than happy for Freeman to play on that left-hand side of centre mid. And then obviously we've got Besic as well. But he's not going to get a game if those 3, 4, whoever keeps playing how they're playing. Then we got obviously the strikers, McGoldrick and Robinson. I don't think McGoldrick was very. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think he was in himself. I think the first game he was great against Bournemouth. He got took off unjustly, I thought. Today, I thought he played all right. He linked up very well. I just felt like Callum Robinson quite a lot of the time in the first half was isolated. So he'd get the ball, he'd be running with it, and then he'd be like, where do I go? So I think McGoldrick was quite far away from Robinson. Maybe he was playing more of a deeper role so that kind of we weren't left short at the back or anything. Obviously because everyone going backwards. So, but no, I thought he played well. He should have taken that chance. Bloody hell, that was a big chance. A massive chance. And I thought as soon as he didn't put that away, I was worried. I really was worried, because I'm like, these are the big chances that I was talking about the other day. These are the big chances that we need to be putting away. But we'll quickly talk about the Lundstram goal. So the play, who was it now? Who passed it to? I can't remember who passed it to Freeman. but it might have been Enda Stevens. But there was a lovely bit of interchange, and I think the ball was meant to go out wide to either Jack or Enda Stevens, but Freeman obviously saw his chance and just nipped in, picked it up straight through the middle. It wasn't a great cross or shot, but obviously it made the goal. It made the keeper make a save, and Lundstram was waiting to put it in the back of the net. So they were just excellent. I think the difference between us and Palace today wasn't necessarily the ability. They've probably got more ability within kind of like individuals, but our team spirit, our teamwork, the way that they go after teams, the way that they never say die, I can't see anybody else in this Premier League other than maybe Man City doing these sorts of things, just dogged, determined to get that ball back every time we lose it. And it's great to see. It's incredible to watch. I absolutely love watching my team. I love watching Sheffield United. And kind of 4 or 5 years ago, I never thought I'd be saying this. And by the way, I'm wearing a shirt from the season when Wednesday beat us to promotion. And the only reason for that is I opened my drawer this morning, saw it, I'm like, I'll just try that on. It fits. And it's great. But it just shows, I wore it as a sign of, it shows just how far we've come. We've come so far. And you can't just put it all down to Chris Wilder, because the players that he brought in, obviously him and Alan Nill and everyone are getting the best out of them, but they've got to apply themselves, and they have. They've been brilliant. Baldock from MK Dons, David McGoldrick from the team that finished bottom of the championship, Jack O'Connell. Brentford didn't care about him. Brentford was talking about that he weren't good enough. John Egan, they were like, oh, thanks for the 4 million. No, thanks for taking 4 million. They've been incredible, and it's so good to see. They've picked up the first 3 points, and we needed that win. I never for a second doubted them. Never doubted them. I weren't sure where the goal was going to come from, and it did come from an unlikely source. But that's just Blades. That is just you. Obviously, Billy Sharp, when he's on the pitch, you always think, oh, he's got a goal in him, but you don't know where it's going to come from. You really don't. And we definitely deserved to win that game today. They were brilliant. Like I say, I know I keep saying it, but I just love watching them. They're just such a great bunch of lads. And yeah, I love watching them. I love watching my team. I'm going to sound like a broken record, so I'm going to leave it right about there. Let me just talk about the substitutes. Ollie McBurney. Sorry, I need to talk about Ollie McBurney. I thought Ollie McBurney was absolutely brilliant when he came on. He did exactly what we needed him to do. He pissed off them defenders. And at one point, someone nearly took his head off. How they didn't? The ref did not give a free kick for us just outside the box, I do not know. I will never know. How can you make that mistake? He's about 6'20", and the kid nearly kicked his head off. Fair enough, he won the ball, but that's not the point. Unless the rules changed, and I don't know about it, that was a high foot right outside the box. That could have finished Palace off. So I thought the ref did all right, but there were definitely a few dodgy decisions. But that's true of everything. And I was surprised that we didn't see VAR today, especially from an Enda Stevens shot early on, that it looked like their player came out and he were like this or something like that, and it definitely looked like it struck a hand. But I'll have a look back on it, see what I think. If anyone watched it on TV, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought of the game as well, because they just worked the socks off, didn't they? They never gave Palace a minute to kind of just play it about. They didn't. They never ever gave up. I just love it. They're brilliant. So yeah, onwards and upwards onto Tuesday. I think it's Blackburn, isn't it? Obviously, there'll probably be wholesale changes. We'll probably see likes of Keane Bryan, probably Richard Stearman, Simon Moore, maybe even Verrips. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, looking forward to that. And then I think it's Leicester at home next, is it? I'm pretty sure it's Leicester at home. Let me know if I'm wrong. So yeah, it would be nice to get another win or a point against Leicester. I'd be more than happy with a point. But yeah, another game like that and will be great. I do want to lastly just say, I don't know if I can do this. Another 36 games of that, because I was just, even though Palace were crap and Palace barely did anything, in the Premier League, you just never know. A little bit of magic from someone to create something, and you just never know. So we're going to be on the edge of our seats a lot this season. But it's all great. We're in the big time. 4 points from 6 against 2 mid-table Premier League clubs. You can't really ask for more. And like I was saying before, you should be. If we're going to be staying up, we need to be beating teams in and around us like Palace, and we have. So it's brilliant. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you're absolutely buzzing that we've just gotten our first 3 points. Yeah, subscribe if you're new around here, and yeah, just leave us a comment. Let me know what you thought of the game. I absolutely loved it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay in good nick.